In this video, we're going to dive into an $8 million hoard for silver and gold. How did it all come to play? We're going to dive into that. Please like, share, and subscribe. It is absolutely free to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to go for 3,200 subscribers by the end of September. So if you like silver, gold, platinum reports every single day, you like coin shop stories, you like weekly market updates on 90% silver, this is the channel for you right now. Absolutely free to subscribe. No memberships ever going to be required. All my content is absolutely free to watch. If you would like to make a donation, there are two ways. You can PayPal me, which the link will be in the description of the video, or a super thanks in any single video. Let's get into the video right now. You know, I kind of reported on this a few weeks back ago. Then I find out what was going on. I told you guys about a lady coming in and taking in 2 or 3 ounces of gold that she needed the money. Her husband passed away and she needed the money for the funeral. And so we told her how much. She had no clue what the stuff was worth. No clue whatsoever. We told her, and she started breaking down crying, and she almost fell over when she heard the price that we were able to pay her for this 3 ounces of gold. And come find out they had a lot more. So we offered her, you know, we could done a loan. Normally we don't do a loan over $1,000. It came to be a loan, okay? It came to be a loan after we found out what was really going on. And so we bought the gold, we put it on the side. Didn't think she was going to come back the next day. She said she'd get the money the next day and pay us back. So we kind of did like a, you know, okay, you bring us the money, no paperwork, just go. And well, we found out she had a lot more. So how this all came to be, the daughter came down, and a couple of days later, and geez, I mean, I tell you, we go over her house. It was myself, the owner of the shop, and 2 other associates from the shop went over here. They had a big, I want you guys to think about this, a big like cabinet like you have in your kitchen. This thing was built for, you know, to store precious metals. This was custom built safe. The guy had this thing packed. He had gold Krugerrands, he had gold maples, he had gold eagles, he had silver this, silver eagles, he had silver maples, tubes. I'm not talking like onesies and twosies. I'm talking full tubes of stuff. Yes, even in gold. Apparently this person worked for one of the big banks, and he was stacking all these years. I think he started stacking about 1984, and gold was kind of cheap back then, and he'd been stacking all these years. He's stacking silver. Never heard of this guy. I talked to the owner. He never bought locally. He always bought out of the state of Wisconsin, and we're not even close to Wisconsin. So this guy was in the banking industry. I'm not going to name the bank that he worked for, because that's still kind of up in the air if that can be let out or not. But he was flipping houses, and when he flipped houses, he was buying precious metals with most of the profit. He never told his wife. He never told his daughter. So when we went over there, we were all overwhelmed of what we saw. Then the daughter was over by the father's computer, and a floorboard kicked out. There was another safe in the floor. Not only had more gold in it, it had cash in it. And I won't say how much cash, but it was quite a bit of cash for our times right now. Let me just put it that way. So they couldn't get the safe open, and I said, well, you guys going to have to let us either give us the combination, if you guys know the combination, and we can try to get the safe open for you. So they gave us the combination, and I was wrestling with it. It was so hard to open. It was kind of rusty, and we finally got the safe open. There was more gold in that safe. So like how are we going to process this? You know, I mean, you know, we at this point, we don't know if they want to sell it. They want to hang on to it. They just want to know the value of it. We just don't know yet. So we are talking to them then once we found out all this other stuff was going on. And it says, well, we're going to have to come back because we're going to have to come back based on how much is here. And we need to get like little round stickers from the shop and mark these tubes to see what is in these tubes, what you have for silver and gold. The tubes were not all sealed. Some of them were sealed, but if we didn't want to know the date on them, we would have to pop open. So we got permission to pop them open when we came back. And I tell you, folks, I mean, I can explain this the best way I can. I mean, by the time it all got added up, it was over $8 million at the time. And this is about a month. This is about a month ago now, maybe a little bit more than a month ago. Silver and gold have gone up than that. I mean, they had Cougarins, they had junk silver bags, $100 face bags. They had bags marked from. It's been in the bag since the 1950s on the $half. We saw a bag of the 1955s. We thought they were all going to be 1955 Franklin $half, which is the rarest date out of them all. While it may have been marked that, we finally did open that bag. They were all 1954s. All in pretty good shape. They had some bag marks on them, but it's like a bank bag, okay? This was a bank bag. And then a couple weeks later, about a week later, I would say, maybe a couple weeks, they got a phone call from a random lawyer and said, we just heard that your husband passed. We apologize, but we have to let you guys know you guys also have a storage shed. And you got, they had some precious metals from one of the online big boy dealers out there. And it was all junk silver. I'm not going to name the company, but it was another 15 bags of junk silver that they got. We're still trying to process all this. Now, I mean, these people are so worked up of what they have. The mother really don't need the money. The daughter really don't need the money. She has a good job. She's thinking about quitting her job right now, but that's all up in the air. She's trying to get back to where we're at because she lives in a different state and trying to be over there when she's there to help her out processes even more. We told her we do need the junk silver, but we're not rushing you guys to sell it. We just told them it's better to hang on to it. At this point, that's what we told them to do. They said we told them, hey, go talk to somebody else too. You know, we're not trying to take advantage of the situation here. We're just trying to be honest. You know, yeah, we need the 90% silver the most right now. But we explained in great detail over a supper that they served us, and I tell you, they were overwhelmed. They did not sure what they're going to do next with this. So we're working with them, what they're going to do with it next. And we told them, I said, this much metals right now. The owner said, we can't afford to buy all this all at once. We can bring our bullion dealer in, and he might be able to scoop a lot of it up. But even for him, that's a stretch for him, especially with all the Cougarin gold that they have. You know, he has to find buyers for this too. Not saying that Cougarins are bad, you know, but you know that's a little bit of a harder sell right now. Gold overall is a harder sell right now because gold is so high right now. So we're trying to what we're trying to do. We're trying to help them with the silver right now mostly, and the cash they did have. We told them, you know, they kind of know about the banks, and but the wife went on to say, says, all these years, I never got hardly any mail at this house. It was all at the post office box. So what I think was happening was this guy was hiding this from his wife, and all she can remember was saying, when I die, you and the daughter will be very well taken care of. Now let's move on to the storage shed. Okay, we were thinking there may be files, receipts of transactions for this silver and gold. That was not yet to be found. We did find receipts. We did find, not in the storage shed, there was another in the section of the house, we did find receipts where he kept all the receipts. And that's how we found it came out of Wisconsin. They're all handwritten receipts. I'm looking at the receipts. I showed them to another coin shop. I called them the coin shop, took a picture. She did allow me to take a picture of the receipt. She did not allow me to take pictures of the silver and gold, unfortunately. I did not ask. She did not give me permission, so I didn't even ask that. But going on the receipts, I don't recognize the handwriting. I don't recognize the receipts. It didn't have no shop location on it until they found the receipts for the main receipts for the purchase orders, that they did have the printed out receipt there. Now, what was in the storage shed, there was not much. I mean, there was a lot of like Cabbage Patch dolls, brand new in the boxes. There was Beanie Babies. There were Pound Puppies. This guy was a collector of everything. There were baseball cards. There was a little bit of everything in that storage shed. They have until the end of the year to decide if they want to clean it out, or go for another year, go for another 3 months, whatever they may need be. But the storage shed is unit, lock, or whatever you want to call it, is paid to the end of the year. I was thinking we're going to find more precious metals, but he did not keep his precious metals there. So this is still a working progress for us. It's overwhelming for us at the shop, because these people have a lot of metals at home, and the daughter is going to try to get some metals to her house, because she does have a safe at her house in a different state, and it's just too much metals to keep at one place, especially like that. So we're working with them. They've been very appreciative of what we've done for them already, and they said, you guys are not pushing us to do anything. You have taught us a lot, and they're trying to get over the loss of the father. They didn't know the father was sick at all, and finally got the doctor's records, and the guy had cancer, and he had cancer for the last 3 years, and the wife didn't know, the daughter didn't know. So, then they found more silver and more bags of that 90% silver, like I was talking about. It's just been overwhelming for them. So we told them we're always going to be around. So we're trying to, she's coming back to her mother's here in October. I think the first week in October she's coming. So she wants us to come over there and help her out some more with the 90% silver. And we're really looking, and we told her we're looking for the key dates, make sure there's no key dates in this stuff. Because when you have sealed bags, even if some of these sealed bags are coming from like Atmax or SC Bowling, you can still find a rare key date. And there are some bags in there are not even marked that are sealed. So we really don't know where those bags are coming from. Who knows what's going to be in these bags? Just who knows at this point. They could have a rare coin in there too, and it could just up the total like there's no tomorrow. We just don't know yet. Like I said, this story is a little really overwhelming for us at the shop, but we're working through it. We don't see this every day out there, but it's kind of funny that the wife didn't even know. He says he always spent a lot of time in this room here, working on the computer, and he's always came home with a brown paper bag, and she thought he was drinking, and all this time it was probably more like hiding the precious metals from the wife, which I don't know why. This is why I've always said, if you're going to leave precious metals to somebody else, let them know before you pass on. Or if you don't want to do that, leave a notebook where the precious metals are, so the person that you leave it to does not get taken advantage of, either by a pawn shop, either by a coin shop, or an online bullion dealer. I don't think an online bullion dealer is going to rip anybody off. They do have to make a profit too. There are some shady coin shops, I've already mentioned that, and pawn shops, they're going to pay about 50% of what the value is, and some pawn shops are really good out there. Okay, I'm not going to lie, but most pawn shops, they know about precious metals, but they don't know the real value of precious metals, because they really have to know a little bit about everything, because they buy a little bit of every single thing. So, pawn shops are not really the best place to buy from sometimes, and sometimes you can get some good deals. So we explained all this to them, and we said, check our prices out. And their response is, well, we don't want too many people to know. And that's why I don't give my location out. The shop owner has asked me not to give my location out. So out of respect for him, that is why I don't do that. And this is why I could bring you this story today also. So, I mean, you know, you don't, like I said, these type of stories you don't see every single day. But, you know, when you're trying to process millions of dollars worth of inventory, and we know what we're doing, folks, but I mean, when you're trying to process this and trying to give them a fair number, what they're, you know, we just went out to the retail market and it's like, this is what your stuff's worth right now. And we explained to them it's always changing. So when you have stuff like, you know, Cook's Islands, you know, of course they didn't have any Cook's Islands, but when you have junk silver, you don't even know what's in the bags, and you got 15, 20 bags of $half, you can give them a base price, but what happens if there's a rare coin in there that you don't know about? And that's what we were trying to explain to them. Like, this junk silver, we don't know yet. You know, we can give you a base price of what, you know, but if there's a key date in there, it could drive up the price even more. So that is what we're going to try to do in October for them. You know, we're closed at the shops on Sundays, so they realize that we're going to go over there. They want to pay us. The shop owner says there's no need to pay us. If you want to feed us, that's fine. We got no problems with that, but we're just trying to do the right thing for everybody out there. And sometimes it's overwhelming, I'll tell you that. And like I said, this video is gone on longer than my normal videos, but I figured I would share this story. I'll keep you folks posted since I can talk about the story more. When I find out more information, you guys will know. The owner of the Meadows has told me, go ahead and put it on YouTube. Just don't give my location away. And she knows that I don't give the locations away. So that is why you're getting this story today. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps. If you folks have any questions, please email me in the comments below. Or leave me a comment or email me if you have any questions on your precious metals. I've already helped out many of you folks already. So I'm still willing to help as many people as possible. I'm trying to keep up with all your emails. I'm not overwhelmed with that yet. I enjoy reading your emails, so keep emailing me. Thank you for watching again. Now Coin Shop Chris is out.